When the world first saw the metal shadows of German aircraft crossing European skies in 1939, it changed warfare forever. The Luftwaffe didn't just drop bombs, it introduced something far more terrifying: the idea that the battlefield could arrive above your head, without warning, without resistance, and without a soldier ever stepping onto your soil. For civilians, it meant fear. For soldiers, it meant vulnerability. For generals, it meant rewriting every strategy ever known. 80 years later, we are seeing a transformation that veterans of World War II would have instantly recognized, even if the machines look nothing like Messerschmitts or Stukas. The modern battlefield now belongs to unmanned eyes, unmanned weapons, and unmanned killers. The drone is the new Luftwaffe. It doesn't scream through the sky with the roar of a Daimler-Benz engine. It whispers. Sometimes it cannot be heard at all. But its presence, like the shadow of a Stuka diving, creates a psychological effect that soldiers describe with one word: hunted. Drones changed the battlefield for the same reason the Luftwaffe did: speed, reach, and cost. In 1940, a fighter aircraft cost millions and required highly trained pilots. Today, a drone that can destroy a tank can cost less than a family car, and no pilot risks his life to use it. During W-Torn, spotting the enemy required observation balloons, scout planes, and risky reconnaissance flights. Today, a drone the size of a backpack can hover for hours, sending live video to a headquarters miles away, mapping positions, tracking movements, and directing artillery with frightening precision. If the Luftwaffe gave commanders the sky, then drones gave them something greater: the sky on demand, anywhere, anytime, at almost no cost. But the most dramatic change is this. In World War II, being attacked by aircraft meant large formations, engines roaring, bombs falling in clusters. Today, a single silent object, no bigger than a bird, can drop a grenade through the open hatch of a tank or fly through a doorway before exploding. Tank crews once feared the Stuka siren. Today, they fear the buzzing of a quadcopter. And just like in the early days of the war, armies were not ready. Commanders initially dismissed drones the way some generals dismissed aircraft in the 1930s. They saw them as toys, nuisances, gimmicks. Just like the British mocked the cheap German dive bomber until they saw cities burning, and just like the Germans underestimated Soviet production until they saw thousands of T-34s coming, nations learned too late that drones were not gadgets, they were strategy. The battlefield has split into two worlds: armies that adapt to drones and armies that get destroyed by them. And just like the Luftwaffe's first campaigns, drones have created a psychological dominance that goes beyond explosions. Soldiers hide differently. They move differently. Sometimes they simply wait motionless, listening for a sound they cannot see. Because the moment a drone finds you, someone miles away already has the trigger. But drones didn't just change how battles were fought, they changed who could fight them. In 1940, only nations with billion-dollar factories, elite pilots, and strategic oil fields could wage an air campaign. In 2025, a poorly funded militia with a garage workshop can ground a modern air force. A drone doesn't need fuel trucks, mechanics, or spare engines. A drone doesn't need years of pilot training. A drone doesn't ask for leave, doesn't panic under fire, doesn't eject when the enemy gets too close. The Luftwaffe's entire strategy collapsed when Germany ran out of pilots and fuel. Drones have neither limitation. The terrifying truth is this: a pilot is now the weakest part of the aircraft. Human reaction time? 250 milliseconds. AI reaction time? measured in microseconds. Humans black out under 9 Gs. Drones can turn until the wings break, and AI knows exactly where that limit is. For the first time since the dawn of aviation, air superiority is not guaranteed by money, or factory size, or generations of military tradition. Air superiority belongs to whoever adapts faster. Today, a drone swarm costs less than a single missile designed to stop it. A $500 quadcopter can force a $50 million fighter to abort a mission. A swarm of $2,000 loitering munitions can destroy a tank column worth $1 billion. This flips warfare upside down. The same way the Luftwaffe shocked the world by bypassing trenches and walls, drones bypass armored divisions and static defenses. During war, soldiers hid when they heard the distant drone of engines overhead. In the modern battlefield, you don't hear the danger coming. It approaches silently, invisible to radar, 10 meters off the ground, guided by GPS or by a teenager with a game controller. And the most uncomfortable question for world powers is this: if a drone can strike anywhere, what does front line even mean? In Double, factories were deep behind the front, safe, protected, out of reach. Today, a drone launched from 500 miles away can hit an oil refinery, a base, a power grid, or a capital. W2 had strategic bombers. 2025 has strategic drones. The Luftwaffe was the first to make civilian industry a battlefield. Drones may make entire homelands part of the front. Some military analysts call drones the new artillery. Others say they are the new infantry. But the closest comparison isn't a weapon. It's the Luftwaffe itself. The same fear, the same shock, the same feeling of watching old doctrines die in real time. But this time, the skies won't belong to a superpower. They will belong to whoever builds smaller, smarter, cheaper, and faster than the enemy. And that leads to the most important point of all. Drones are not the future of war. They are the democratization of war, a revolution that removes power from governments, a revolution that gives any group, any nation, any militia, the ability to project force through air. In 1940, the world discovered that air power could rewrite borders. In 2025, the world is discovering it can do it without pilots, without runways, and without warning. The Luftwaffe changed warfare for a generation. Drones may change it for a century, because the enemy of the future may not come with boots, or tanks, or fleets. He may come as a signal, as a sound, as a shadow overhead, a silent wing against a gray sky. The new Luftwaffe, without a single pilot on board. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed the video, a like and a subscription go a long way and help me keep making these World War II stories.